Hey guys, Big Anthony here. It is Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. I wanted to do a video update on my channel just to update you on what's been going on at my home for the past, started last Monday, so a week plus. Last Monday, my wife, Barbie, was diagnosed with COVID-19. And I was tasked with caring for her at home while she stayed at home. And she developed, over the course of those days last week, she got progressively worse in the disease, in the COVID-19. It ended up affecting her lungs, where I had to take her for a chest x-ray, and they determined that she had what's called COVID pneumonia. And so the situation each day got a little bit worse. And again, I was monitoring her temperature. I was monitoring her blood oxygen levels with one of these little things that go on your finger. It tells you your oxygen level and like your heart rate. And then the temperature gauge gives you your temperature. And I was writing everything down, keeping track of things. One of the things we were working towards was she was a candidate for monoclonal antibody treatment, which seems to help a lot of people if you get it in the prescribed amount of days from the onset of the attack. So we were tried to get in Friday for the monoclonal antibody appointment, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't get into Charlotte where they were offering it. And we ended up having to schedule it for Monday, which would have been yesterday. So the goal was to try to get through the weekend, and to Monday, hopefully she would get this treatment and it would help her recover quicker, which is what it's been shown to do in people that get the treatment. So over the weekend, her blood oxygen levels were going lower and lower. So I ended up calling. All told, I called 911 3 times over the weekend. The first time, her blood oxygen levels were a certain point, and the EMS guy said, if we take her in to Charlotte, to the hospital, they're really not going to do anything for her at this point. With her levels the way they are, she's going to end up waiting in the waiting room. You're better off calling us back if it gets worse. So the first time we opted to stay, not do anything. And then on Sunday, so that was Saturday, on Sunday, I ended up calling them again in the afternoon. They came, her levels were pretty low. However, when they came, she got up and around a little bit. The blood oxygen levels went up a little higher. And I said, no, okay, well, I'll monitor her. And if I do see them drop again, I'll call you guys back and you could transport her to the hospital. Our ultimate goal was we were trying to get to Monday, which didn't happen. So I ended up calling them back again early Monday morning. It was around 4:30 a.m., 5 o'clock in the morning on this past Monday morning. And they transported her to the hospital where she is now. And I just want to give you some of her, report on her. And then the reason I'm doing this, obviously, is because I want you guys to pray for her. Obviously, that's the first and foremost thing. And to let you know, what was going on, make a video about it, and kind of get the word out so, you could be aware. So she's getting, at the hospital, oxygen therapy, of course, breathing therapy with oxygen. I'm not going to give all the stats here, but she's getting a steroid IV with steroids and remdesivir, I think, is the product that they treat here in Charlotte with COVID patients. Obviously, I'm not allowed to see her or visit her. No one's allowed there from the family. I can call the nurse's desk. I give a code word that we set up, and the nurse will give me updates. This is where this is from last night. And then I could give that code word to say I have a family member that's an MD, a doctor, and he called for me this morning and gave me another update, which was similar to the one I got last night. All her vitals are good. Her labs are good. Her breathing obviously is still an issue. When she's getting the oxygen, she is laying down or at rest and the blood levels are in the 90s. However, when she gets up to say go to the bathroom, they drop down into the 80s. So they're trying to, get her to the point where she doesn't need the oxygen. Again, this is only the second day in the hospital, and she had her second steroid and remdesivir treatment, of which they told me she's probably going to get one each day this week. So, 4 or 5 of those treatments are scheduled for her. What else? One thing they didn't do, the doctor in my family said, have them do a D-dimer test, which tests for blood clots. I'm going to ask the nurse that, or the doctor today, if they could run that test on her. He says that's the only one he would recommend that they hadn't done so far. But overall, and she's getting breathing treatments, which she's texted me sporadically and told me that it's the hardest. She's very, very scared. She's very anxious or has anxiety from this. She doesn't know what to expect, obviously. It's hit her pretty bad. And, she would like people praying for her. It's what she asked me last night. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. You guys know that have followed my channel. She's been battling, this is her second brain tumor. We've been battling this since 2015 with brain tumors. During the COVID epidemic in March of 2020, she went through 7 weeks of radiation in downtown Washington, D.C. area at Johns Hopkins. And so she's been through a lot of things in the last several years, and now this hit her when her immune system's, weakened to begin with the, the radiation and her other illnesses. So she's susceptible. So that's why, I think it hit her the way it did. She's a school teacher, so she got hit in the classroom somewhere. And I happen to work in the same district doing some other things. I don't teach. You guys know that I'm operations. I run the whole district. I'm responsible for housekeeping in 30 plus schools. So I ended up testing on this past Friday, which would have been the 17th, and my results came back positive this weekend. So I am suffering right now, or I have the COVID-19. My symptoms are the following. I mean, I felt, even before my test, I kind of felt something not right, almost like when you feel like you're getting a cold, or like kind of achy, back aches, muscle aches, just like a stuffy head I was getting. And then Friday I finally went and had a test done. They didn't give me the results, I think, till, was it Sunday, I think. I got the results on a text message, either Saturday night or Sunday. And so the most major thing I've noticed is I lost my taste and smell. So I don't really taste the food I'm eating or smell things right now. I know I'm eating, eggs and toast or a hamburger, or I'm drinking orange juice, but I don't taste it. So it's kind of weird. And that's been since day one that the symptoms came on. A little stuffy, you can probably hear it in my voice, clearing my throat. It's stuffiness, but I'm not like blowing my nose or anything like that. The symptoms are kind of weird. Breathing wise, I'm breathing, but you feel like it almost feels to me that when you're about to lose your voice, when you're getting like the flu or something, and you feel it coming on, you're kind of like always clearing your throat, and you feel like you're struggling to, not struggling to breathe so much, but you're struggling to keep your voice. So that's how I feel right now. So I'm monitoring myself. I'm home alone. My mother and father and brother and my daughter, they'll drive by throughout the day. My mother and father make food drops. They'll drop it at the door, and I'll get it. My daughter will send groceries or stuff like that. So, I mean, my main concern right now is that my wife makes a turn or starts to make a turn for the better, and that she doesn't progressively get worse. Like I said, the treatment that she was going to get, obviously she can't get now, so she's at the hospital getting their treatment regime. So that's the status. That's what I wanted to tell you guys, that's what's happening, that's what's going on. So I'm monitoring myself. If the symptoms get worse, my doctor said she didn't prescribe anything yet to me because other than over-the-counter stuff, like I'll take Motrin or Tylenol as needed, and I'm monitoring my temperature and my oxygen levels. And then also my cousin, who's a doctor up in New York, and he's treated hundreds of COVID patients, is kind of in the loop too. I'm talking with him, and I'm staying in touch with him as well. So if you guys if you could, pray for me and my wife, and more so my wife, because obviously she's a lot sicker than I am at this point. So if I went for my test on Friday, I think I might have had some light symptoms before that. So I don't think I might be getting close to a week of being sick. I don't know for sure. But if I go by Friday as the date, this Friday coming will be a full week for me. So, and I'll keep you guys posted with future videos on any changes in my health, just so you guys can know, because I know there's a lot of people that have been following me for years, since 2008, and I'd like you to, pray for me. You guys have done it in the past when my wife was getting her brain tumor surgeries and all the stuff we went through in Washington, D.C. last year, over a year ago, in March of 2020, with the radiation and all that came with that during the lockdowns. Just wanted to let you guys know. So this attack is real. Both me and my wife are unvaccinated. I don't plan on getting vaccine. So just let you know that. I don't know if I've probably alluded to that in some videos that I've made prior to this one. So that's where we stand right now, and that's the status of us right now. And so thank you for your prayers, your support. Any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. I appreciate it. And I've got some other videos that I hopefully will get to regarding government and some other things going on, current events that I want to talk about. Okay, so thanks for watching. Stay ready, and blessings. Anthony signing off.